In this video, I will show you how to create an online professional portfolio. Now, what is a professional portfolio? A professional portfolio is basically an organized collection of relevant documents and artifacts that showcases your talents, your most relevant skills, and charts your professional growth. So in order to do something like that, I've created some folders here that we can use in this example that we're going to do today. And I've got some documents, for instance, certain conference documents, which is some research, maybe some conferences you've attended, your profile picture, all of your qualifications. And to get your qualifications, I've just used some picture there. But to get your qualifications here, you'll need to take pictures and upload that pictures to your computer in order to work from here. And then I've got some course documents, like, for example, my study guide and the lab manual and so forth. So I'm going to use these four just as examples on how can we add some data online for our professional portfolio. So I would suggest you go and create folders for everything that you're doing. For instance, we could add another folder here for research. So go and create some folders with all of your documents that you want to showcase. And then from here, it's actually easy to go and upload them to an online professional portfolio. Okay, so we'll come back to these folders. So the first thing that you need to have is you need to have a Google account. So if you don't have a Google account is normally just an email address with the @gmail.com at the end. So most people just think of the Google account as just the email address, the @gmail.com, but there's actually a lot more to your mail address. So if you don't have an @gmail.com email address, you can go and say create Google account, or search on Google for create Google account, and then you can go to sign up Google account there, and then it will take you to this page where you can enter your first name, your last name, your email address, see if you can get an email address that doesn't exist in the world right now, and then create a new password, confirm your password, get your birth date there, choose your gender, your telephone number, and then go to the next step. So this page will help you to set up your Google account. And when your Google account is then set up and you go back to the normal Google page, google.co.za or google.com, you'll either see you're already logged in there, and you can see that by seeing your email address there, or it will show a sign in button there. So if you're going to click on the sign in button, you'll need to type your username and your password. Your username will be your email address, and your password, the password that you've chosen. So if you logged in, it will look like this, where you've got your account shown on the right hand side. So make sure that you logged in first. Then you'll see these dots there, which will basically be Google Apps. So you're going to click on that one, and you're going to search for Drive. So maybe if it's not there, you can go to More and just see if you can't get it there. So you're going to go to Drive. So you can see there's a lot of things available. It's not just mailing. If I click there, you can see there's search, there's maps, there's YouTube, the Play Store, there's Gmail to check your mail, there's Drive, there's calendar, photos, translate, Google, even more that you can use there. So we are using now functionality that we call Google Drive. So for every Google account that gets created, you get some free space online. In this case, we've got 15 gigs of free space that you get when you create a new Google account. So the first time that you get to your Google Drive folder, this is basically the main folder, you'll see there's a PDF document there that showing you to getting started or whatever. So you can delete that one by just right-clicking on it and say remove or delete. So what we want to do now is essentially create this structure there. So I'm going to have a portfolio folder inside of this folder, or inside of my main drive. So you can go to my drive there. There should basically be nothing, or there could be one PDF document that you can delete. So I'm going to right click here, and I'm going to say new folder, and I'm going to call this portfolio. And then we're going to create, and there's the folder. So that's the first folder we've got on our drive. It's called portfolio. So if I go into that, you can see that I want these folders now inside of my portfolio. So if you're running Google Chrome or Firefox browser, you can just drag in these folders. But if I leave that now, you can see this folder upload is not supported by this browser. I'm using Safari now. So this is not supported. So if yours are also not supported, then you're in the same situation as me, where we need to go and type these folders quickly. So I'm just going to copy this there, but you can type it also. So I'm going to, in this portfolio folder, I'm going to create a new folder, and the folder will be that Saturn Conference one. You can click on the eye there to show you, if you click on that folder, what's the name of the folder, and it's called Documents Saturn Conference. Okay, then we're going to create another one for the profile picture. So we're going to say new folder, profile pic. And then we'll have another folder there for qualifications. And then after that one, we'll also have some course documents. So I'm going to have a new folder there, course documents. Right. So now, in order to go to course documents and add some values to these folders, I can actually now try and drag and drop. So the first one there is course documents. So I'm going to go into this one. There's just a dummy study guide. If you open up, or if I open up this study guide, it will just basically be just a simple Word document. It's not a real study guide, but just to show you how it works. So the file should be okay if you drag and drop. So I'm going to drag that and I'm going to drop it into my folder. And if it worked, you'll see that it starts uploading an item there, and it shows you how long it's going to take and so forth in order to upload that specific document. So now it's uploaded. If I go into course documents, I can see that Word document there. And we'll come back on how we're going to link to these documents. Okay, then the next one is my Saturn Conference document. So let's go into that one. And I'm just going to drag that PDF document to that folder. And you can see it's uploading it there. If I go to profile pic now, let's use this profile pic there. I'm going to drag in the profile picture there into the profile pic folder, and you can see it adds it to the list of uploads. And then the last one will be my qualifications, and I'm going to drag in all of my qualifications into that folder. So you can keep on adding to these folders. You can see mine is going to take a while to finish up there, but you can add all of your documents now into your folders. And if you're done adding all your documents to your folders, you can actually now go and set up your online portfolio. And remember that when you want to add something new, then obviously just go and add them to these folders and then link to them as I'm going to show you now. So I'm just going to wait for this uploads to complete. Okay, so now the uploads are complete there, and if I go to my folders now, I can see there's my Word document, which is just a dummy study guide there. If I go into this document, there's the final Saturn Conference program, and then if I go to profile picture, there's the profile picture. If I go to the qualifications folder, there's my qualification. Okay, so this is just examples, obviously not real examples here. Right, so these are my folders. Now we can start creating our new online portfolio, professional portfolio. So I want you to go to the top bar there and just type in sites.google.com. So when you go to sites.google.com, you'll get to this page. It will basically look like this if you don't have any websites yet. So what we're going to do now is to create a new website, and this will become my online portfolio. And don't worry too much about creating your own website. And that's the nice thing here. You're going to go to browse the gallery for more. And then you're going to select or go to the search bar there, and you're going to search for online portfolio CUT. And then you're going to search. And you can see there's only one that pops up there, and that's the online portfolio for CUT. That's the one that I created as a template for you, and you can use this template. So you're going to go down and just click on select there, and then you can name your site. So you can name this one, let's say Johan Professional Portfolio, whatever you want to name your website. And then that will be your location. So that will be the location of the website. You can select a theme, but I really like this theme, but you can change your theme there. There's also more options to give your site a description. This is my own personal or professional portfolio, whatever you want to type there. And then I'm going to say I'm not a robot. And normally they ask you a lot of pictures that you need to choose, like this one. And they say they select all images with roads. So I can see a road there and there and there and there and there. So keep on clicking and trying to get, I think there's also a road. Let's just try and verify now. Yes, I'm not a robot. So if you're done with that part there, you can just go and say create, and it will create your website for you. Okay, and then when you get to this website now, this is now your online portfolio. And you can see my account there at the top. You can see a lot of tabs there, and any one of these tabs will represent a new page. And all of the pages you can edit by clicking on edit page there. So I'm going to edit this page quickly, and you can see there's a picture there. So I'm just going to delete this picture and then show you how to add your own now. So you're going to say insert image, and then you can say either uploaded image or let's upload a specific image. And there's the image I want to upload. So I'm going to say choose there, and then it uploads that image. Okay, so I've got that image now 2 times, doesn't really matter. So I'm going to choose one of those, or the picture that you've uploaded there, and you're going to say okay, and you can see then there's my profile picture. Okay, so this page is all about me, so you can enter your name there, your position, your faculty, your school, your telephone numbers, your email address. You can tell a bit about yourself, your biography, or whatever you want to do there. So this is just an example. And if you're done editing this page, you'll just say save. And then it's done saving. You've got your web page, and it looks like this. Okay, so then if you go to qualifications, you'll see this is where I can now add my qualification. So what I want to do quickly is to just go and open up a new tab and go to Google again. So you're going to go to google.co.za. Click on that apps and go to Google Drive again. Now remember, we've uploaded some folders there with values or with files in them. So if you open up the portfolio there, let's go to qualifications. So we're busy now with the qualifications tab there. And now this is the qualification that I want to add, which is the master's degree or whatever. So I'm going to right click on that picture and say get shareable link. And that creates a link for me to this specific picture. So you're going to click on that, and you can say Control-C or Command-C on a Mac to copy it. And then go to your qualifications, and you're going to say add an item there. Let's say the qualification will be master's degree. The institution, Central University of Technology, or whatever. The year obtained, let's say 2005. The field, information technology. And then the proof of qualification, that's the web address now. So I'm going to paste that web address now, and that is the link that I copied here. So Command-C or Control-C on the Windows computer, and then you go to and paste it there in the web address. And then the text that you want to display, you can say something like click here. Whatever you want to display there. And if I click save now, you'll see that I've entered a new item into my qualifications. So somebody that's opening up this web page can see this guy has done the master's degree at the Central University of Technology in this year, information technology. And then there's a spelling mistake, but don't worry about that. And then I can click there, and you'll see now if I click there, it will open up this masters.jpg, which will show me my qualification. Right, so that's how we'll do that link and link to what we've got online in the Google Drive folder. So let's just try something else also. We'll have modules there. If you go to my modules, I've just given you some pointers there on what you can do here. So in my modules, you can give some explanation of how you teach each module, and then say how many time for theory and practical, and maybe your second module also using videos, PowerPoint slides, practical examples, whatever you want to do. And then you can also add some information about your module. So you can also go and add an item there, add your module code, your name, the field, resources for the course. So let's just add one course there. Let's call it TPG 10AB. The module name, let's say technical programming. The field, let's say information technology. Then the resource for the course, let's say I want to go and say I want this course documents. So I'm going to go to the study guide there. I'm going to say get shareable link. Click on it, Control C or Command C again, go back and paste that web address. And the text to display is click here. Or maybe you can add study guide there or whatever. And then you can also have your mark sheet the same way. So in Google Drive, I could have my mark sheets and just right click on a mark sheet and then say get shareable link, and I can add my mark sheet there as well. So I'm just going to add the same link there and say click here. And then whether it's a year or a semester course, total number of enrollments, let's say 80 students there, hours per week, let's say 20 hours a week, and then you save. So that will create a new item there where somebody that's looking at your website can see you're giving TPG 10, technical programming, information technology. Click there for the resources for the course. So if I click there, it will take me to that study guide that I've added to Google Drive. And then the mark sheet also, I can see whether it's a year course, enrollments, hours per week. So remember that you can also edit this page. And by editing the page, you can also customize this list. So you can add more columns to it and so forth. So you can go and play around with it. Remember, if you mess it up, you can always just go back and create a new website using that template again. Okay, so don't be too worried of trying new stuff out. Okay, so this is basically for the modules part that you can do. Your teaching methods. You can explain your teaching methods, your teaching philosophy, how you teach in class, explain what you tried, what worked and what did not work. And then if you go to research, the same thing. I've got the same table there. You can just add an item there. The description of your research, maybe a bit more information, the date of that specific research item, when it was submitted, whatever. And then supporting documents. Maybe you can have a link to that specific research item or whatever. And where will you place it? Again, go and create a folder on Google Drive for you. Place the information in it and just right click on it and share the link. Paste it here and display your text. Right, and then if you go to community engagement, the same thing. You can also add the item there. What's the project name, the description, and some supporting documents again. Professional development, which events have you actually attended? So remember that I've got this one there for the Saturn conference. So let's just try adding that one. So we can add a new item there, the event name, let's say Saturn conference. Let's say the description, conference, whatever you want to add there, the date of the event, let's say it was the 20th of July 2016. Supporting document, so let me go back to that. There's a supporting document, so maybe you are listed in the Saturn conference where you are presenting something or whatever. So I'm going to get a shareable link there and I'm going to copy it, go back, paste it there in the web address. So you can just right click and paste there. And then the text to display will just be click here again or whatever you want the text to be. And if I save now, you can see there's Saturn conference, the description, the date, and there's the supporting document. So if I click on it, I can see that document and I can go through it to see whether or not I'm listed there or whatever you want to do. Okay, so that's just supporting documents for professional development as well. Maybe information from students. I just added that tab also, so you can add some feedback, type of feedback from the students, the description, and some supporting documents or whatever. Then also your strengths and your weaknesses. You can add some strengths and weaknesses here. So adding an item, let's say you're adding a strength there, a good teacher or whatever. just add that one. Obviously, if it's not a weakness, you can just save there, so that will be a strength. You're a good teacher. And maybe one of the weaknesses could be not very good with admin or whatever. How will you improve? By doing this and that, whatever you want to type there, and the time frame to improve. You can say 6 months, or maybe put a date there, or whatever you want. So then your weaknesses will also be there. Not very good with admin. I'm going to do this to improve it, and this is the time frame. And then also maybe your performance. You can add some performance type of things also, description, the time frame, and supporting documents. So this is basically it for your online portfolio, your professional portfolio. And remember, this is just a template. If you can use something better, please do so. This is just to get you started on creating your own professional online portfolio. Okay, so now when you are done with your website, with your online portfolio, you've set up everything. How do I share this now with someone? So you're going to go to share there, click on the share button, which will take you to this page. And you can see that we can basically copy this link and give this to someone, which will give them access. So it's your choice on how you want to give access. I would suggest that you go and change here who has access. Go and change and put it off, which means it will only be specific people. If you leave it on public on the web, somebody could search you on Google and actually get access to your website. Also, anyone with the link, if you pass anyone then the link and they pass the link on to somebody else, then obviously they will have access to your site as well. So I would suggest going with the off part there, because this is your own professional portfolio. So you want to share this with specific people. So you're going to set it to off there for specific people, and you're going to say save. Now you'll see this link is only accessible then by people that you indicate. So you can see there who has access, only you can access. But now I can invite people to go and have a look at my website. So I'm just going to add myself there on my other email address there, and then I'm going to say send there. So if there's somebody that wants to see this, they must also have a Google account then, and then you invite that person. And now you can see I can go and change how does this person got access to my web page. Is he the owner? Can he edit, or can he just view? So I would suggest going with can view and then save the changes, which means that this person there has got access now to my website, but he can only view my website. So now I can give him that link, sites.google.com site, and then give him the whole address there. But he must be logged into his Google account with this exact same email address for it to work. So let me just quickly go to my other account and I'll show you how that works. Okay, so this is my other account that I've shared this with now. And you can see this comes now from that Google account, and it says Johan Urias has invited you to edit the following site. So I'm going to open up that website. Okay, so there we go. This is the website, and I can have a look at the qualifications and everything. Can you see that the edit buttons at the top is now gone because I'm not editing. I don't have edit rights. So I can only see this specific website. If I go back to my other account where I've shared it and I remove this one now, which means that no one has got access to this, and I save the changes. Now, after it's been saved, nobody's got access but me. So if I go back to this guy that's got access and I refresh this web page, you will see that I've got insufficient privileges. So it's very important to go and set who can actually see your web page. So maybe only your supervisor or whoever you choose to see your website or your own professional portfolio. So it's up to you how you're going to do this. And that's basically it for creating your own professional portfolio, which exists online. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please go and create your own professional online portfolio.